Welcome students. This is the part 1 of chapter number 6 tissues of grade 9 science. So, before starting the chapter, in this chapter we will be learning about different kinds of tissues, plant tissues, animal tissues, the functions, structure and functions of all the plant tissues and animal tissues, and where are these tissues located in a plant, where are these tissues located in an animal body. Okay, and with the help of this animal body we can relate this tissues location in our bodies also. Okay, now what is a tissue? A group of cells. We already know that all organisms are composed of cell. Okay, the unicellular organisms, that is a single cell, performs all the basic functions. In the previous chapter we learned about amoeba. Amoeba is a single cell which carries out movement, intake of food, ingestion, egestion, digestion, excretion. All the processes are carried out in a amoeba, which is a unicellular organisms. But in case of multicellular organisms, there are special type of tissues which convert into organs for all these basic functions. The cells specializing in one function group together and form a tissues. So we can say that a group of cells similar in structure, a group of cells which are similar in structure, which work together to achieve a particular function, form a tissue. Now these cells are arranged and designed in such a way that it gives the highest possible efficiency, or it gives the highest possible efficiency to the functions that they are performing. All the cells which form a tissue have a common origin. ठीक है, एक सेल में से एक काइंड ऑफ टिश्यू बनता है. A cell may be simple or tissue may be simple or complex. Blood, phloem, muscles, tissues. Blood is also a tissue. Yes, blood is also a tissue. We will learn in detail how it can be categorized into a tissues and all in this chapter. Now, why there is a difference? Are the plants and animals made of same type of tissues? No. The plant tissues are different and the animal tissues are different. Yes, and there is a vast difference between a plant tissue and an animal tissues. Okay, so on the structural and functional organization of a cell in plants and animals are different. Plants remain stationary while animals move as per the needs. Both of them do carry out different feeding methods for their survival. They adapt to different environment for their survival. So in this chapter we will learn about various types of tissues that are found in plants and animals with their respective functions and locations. So first we will go with the plant tissue. Plant tissues are firstly divided into meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Meristematic tissues are the tissues in which the cells, किससे बने होते हैं टिश्यू? सेल से बने होते हैं ना. तो सेल्स होते हैं, दे आर कैपेबल ऑफ डिविजन. Until the cells are capable of division, they are known as meristematic tissue. Once the cell loses its ability to divide, so when it loses its ability to divide? When the cells become mature. है ना, मेच्योर हो जाते हैं तो सेल्स अपना डिविजन, जो सेल डिविजन होता है वो एबिलिटी उनका चला जाता है. सो व्हेन अ सेल कन्वर्ट्स इनटू अ मैच्योर सेल and are not able for cell division, they are known as permanent tissues. Now this is an example of meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissues generally roots में होता है और stem में होता है. Location and function we will learn in here. So first they in this activity they have just taken a jar 1 and jar 2 जिसमें उन्होंने दो onions रखे हैं. When they keep the onion, you can see the roots of the onions are growing. Okay, so which kind of tissue is present in this kind of root, that we will learn in this meristematic tissue. इसमें meristematic tissue होता है. Okay, now this is the figure of a meristematic tissue. The meristematic tissue again is divided into three parts: apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem. Okay, the apical meristem is found at the growing tip of stem and root. So they are helpful in increasing the length of the stem. Okay, and it also acts as a pro-meristematic meristem which have a active capability of division and they give rise to another meristem. जैसे branches होते हैं ना जो एकदम टिप पोर्शन होता है, apical meristem जो लिखा हुआ है वो growing part होता है. From there only द प्लांट ग्रोज. जो प्लांट का रूट शूट होता है या फिर रूट होता है वो एकदम एंड रूट जो होता है एकदम नीचे वाले पार्ट से ग्रो होता है. जो रूट अटैच्ड होता है ट्रंक के साथ वहाँ से ग्रो नहीं होता है या सॉइल के साथ अटैच्ड होता है वहाँ से नहीं, एकदम जो एंड वाला जो रूट का पोर्शन होता है इट इज़ नोन एज एपिकल मेरिस्टेम एंड फ्रॉम देयर ओनली द रूट्स help to increase its length or grow. Next is the intercalary meristem. Whatever I am saying, the functions, locations all have been mentioned in the below paragraph. You can note it down from the below paragraph. Next is intercalary meristem. The intercalary meristem is the meristem which is present at the base of the leaves or the internodes on each side or either side of the node. Now what is a node? Okay, what is a node? You would have seen that in a stem you can see shoot जहाँ से लीफ की डाली उगती हैं. ठीक है, वो जो पोर्शन होता है उसको कहते हैं नोड. और एक जो लीफ का डाली होता है उसके बीच में और जो दूसरा लीफ की डाली होता है उसके बीच में जो डिस्टेंस होता है इट इज़ नोन एज द इंटर नोड. सो दिस intercalary meristem are present in the base of the leaves or internodes of the twigs, and so it helps in the longitudinal growth. मतलब लंबा करने के लिए, elongation के लिए हेल्प करते हैं. ठीक है, डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज बिटवीन एपिकल एंड इंटरकैलरी. एपिकल में टिप से ग्रो होता है. जनरली जो भी प्लांट्स होते हैं वो टिप से ही ग्रो होता है. ठीक है, तो जैसे हम टिप को काट देते हैं वो टिप फिर से ग्रो होने लग जाता है और प्लांट का लेंथ बढ़ जाता है. और जो इंटरकैलरी होता है वो उनको लंबा करता है, वो उनको हाइट बढ़ाने में इंटरकैलरी मेरिस्टेम हेल्प करता है. एंड द लास्ट पोर्शन इज द लैटरल मेरिस्टेम. द लैटरल मेरिस्टेम इज प्रेजेंट ऑन द लैटरल साइड ऑफ द स्टेम, मतलब उल्टे वाले साइड में, एंड रूट. इट इज हेल्प्स इन इंक्रीजिंग द गिर्थ ऑफ स्टेम एंड रूट. गिर्थ ऑफ स्टेम एंड रूट्स इट इज ऑलरेडी मेंशन हियर. गिर्थ मतलब उसको रिजिड बनाता है, स्ट्रॉन्ग बना देता है ताकि वो प्लांट के साथ एकदम अटैच होके रहे. ठीक है, बेंड होने से सब उसको बचा के रखता है लैटरल मेरिस्टेम. सो दिस वर द टाइप्स ऑफ मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यूज. नाउ नेक्स्ट वी विल डू द परमानेंट टिश्यू. द टिश्यूज विच आर फॉर्म्ड फ्रॉम द सेल्स ऑफ मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू. ठीक है, मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू जब मेच्योर हो जाता है, जब सेल डिवीजन ख़त्म हो जाता है उनका, तब उनको कहते हैं परमानेंट टिश्यू. ओके, विच लूज देयर एबिलिटी टू डिवाइड एंड अटेन अ परमानेंट शेप, साइज, फंक्शन एंड प्रोसेस ऑफ डिफरेंस. अलग अलग नहीं हो सकते, उसको कहते हैं परमानेंट टिश्यू. नाउ दिस परमानेंट टिश्यू अंडरगोज अ फंक्शन नोन एज डिफरेंशिएशन. Because of the result of differentiation, the meristematic tissue tend to form different types of permanent tissue. Now again the permanent tissue is divided into two: simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. So first we will go into detail for the simple permanent tissue. Now here you can see the example of the section of a stem. Here in figure 6.3 both the sections have been given, that is a cross section of a leaf and a longitudinal transverse section of a leaf. Okay, now here you can say that The simple permanent tissue is made up of only one type of tissue. एक ही टाइप ऑफ टिश्यू होता है. यू कैन सी इट इन द ट्रांसफर सेक्शन ऑल्सो. तो सेकेंड वाला ना वो ट्रांसफर सेक्शन ऑफ अ लीफ है, स्टेम है, उसमें तुमको दिख रहा होगा जो बीच में जो जिसमें हाइपोडर्मिस लिखा है वो पूरा देखो इतना थिक रीजन है, वो पूरा सेम है, एक काइंड ऑफ सेल ही है. एंडोडर्मिस एक टाइप ऑफ सेल है. कैम्बियम एक टाइप ऑफ सेल है. पिथ एक टाइप ऑफ सेल है. फ्लोएम एक टाइप ऑफ गोल गोल छोटे छोटे गोल्स है, वो सब एक टाइप ऑफ सेल है. ओके, so the simple permanent tissue is made up of only one type of cells, and that is the cells forming these tissues have same structure and function. Now again, the simple permanent tissue is divided into parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Okay, parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. This parenchyma is again further divided on the basis of its location and where it is obtained. उसके basis पे it is again divided into two. So first let's see what is a parenchyma tissue. The few layers of cell, you can see the parenchyma over here. Okay, the few layers of cells that form the basic packing tissue. Packing tissues, they are present in the cortex and pith of the stem. You can see a layer known as cortex. Okay, ऊपर cortex वाला layer है और नीचे pith. ये दोनों जगह पे parenchyma tissues present होते हैं. Okay, and they are present in the mesophyll of the leaves. Mesophyll is a part, leaves का जो ऊपर वाला region होता है, जो जहाँ पे हमको उसकी veins दिखाई देती हैं, उसको कहते हैं mesophyll of leaves. The characteristics of parenchyma tissue are that दिस टिश्यूज आर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक, मतलब कैसे दिखता है पैरेन्काइमा टिश्यू. ठीक है, इट इज़ अ सिंपल लिविंग टिश्यू विथ अ थिन सेल वॉल. द सेल्स आर लूजली पैक्ड विथ लार्ज स्पेस बिटवीन देम. मतलब इंटरसेलुलर स्पेसेस बहुत होता है पैरेन्काइमा टिश्यू में. नाउ द फंक्शंस ऑफ पैरेन्काइमा टिश्यू आर, इट सर्व्स एज अ फूड स्टोरेज टिश्यू, इट गिव्स support to the plants. Now as I told you कि parenchyma tissue is also divided into two, parenchyma tissue and chlorenchyma tissue. Chlorenchyma tissue कहाँ होता है, कब उसको chlorenchyma tissue कहते हैं? When this parenchyma tissue contain chlorophyll. Now what does this chlorophyll do? It helps in the process of photosynthesis. ओके, सो जनरली इट इज़ प्रेजेंट इन द लीव्स ओनली. फोटोसिंथेसिस तो लीव्स में ही होता है, तो ये क्लोरेन्काइमा टिश्यू जो होता है वो भी लीफ में ही होता है, विच कंटेन्स क्लोरोफिल सो दैट द फोटोसिंथेसिस process can be performed easily. Now in aquatic plants there are large air cavities. So because of this air cavities only you would have seen that the lotus floats on the water. So because of this air cavities present in the parenchyma cell, it gives a buoyancy to the plant, means वो उसको float करने में help करता है, उसको डूबने से बचाता है. So it will float on the water and such kind of parenchyma tissue is called aerenchyma. This parenchyma of stems and roots also store ample amount of nutrients and water. Okay, now next is a collenchyma tissue. The flexibility of a collenchyma tissue is due to the flexibility of plant is due to another kind of permanent tissue, that is collenchyma. The characteristic, it is generally found, it is basically found, its location is in the leaf stalk, पत्ते में होता है, below the epidermis and the leaf midrib. You can see the epidermis region in the section of the stem. ठीक है, एपिडर्मिस जो होता है ऊपर का जो एकदम टॉप मोस्ट लेयर, बाहर का लेयर होता है उसको एपिडर्मिस बोलते हैं, उसके नीचे होता है collenchyma. The characteristics of collenchyma tissues is that the cells are living. See here you have these are the figures of collenchyma, sclerenchyma and parenchyma. Okay, so in when I was taking the lecture, many of the students informed me that the diagram A and B 1 and 2 part is not given in some of the textbooks. So you can go through this video and see. If you are having any doubt, you can go through this video and clarify your doubts. So the A1 is a parenchyma tissue, A1 and A2. two. Both of them are parenchyma tissue. This B1 and B2 is a collenchyma tissue, is a microscopic picture of a collenchyma tissue. Now, the characteristics of collenchyma tissue is you can understand easily with the help of this diagram. This colon cells are living elongated, ठीक है, लंबे लंबे होते हैं and irregularly thickened at the corners. Okay, you can see the green colored thick layer at the corners. Walls are thickened, this red colored layers. ठीक है, so it is thickened due to the deposition of a substance known as pectin. It is a carbohydrate. It is stored at the corners of the collenchyma tissue, and they also have very little intercellular space. Now, the functions of collenchyma tissue is that it provides mechanical support and elasticity to the plants. Okay, because of this support and elasticity, the leaves can bend. The part of a plant, many part of a plant, leaf, stem can bend easily without breaking because of the presence of collenchyma tissue, which gives the leaves, the stem, everything a kind of elasticity. Okay, next, the last type of tissue, the last type of permanent tissue, simple permanent tissue, is a sclerenchyma tissue. This tissue is present in the stems, around vascular bundles, in the veins of the leaves. Now, vascular bundles are the regions which are considered as a complex tissues. Okay, when we will do complex tissues, we will come into detail what are vascular bundles. So, the sclerenchyma tissues are generally found in the around the vascular bundles, which gives hard covering to the seed and the nuts. So, this is the structure of sclerenchyma tissue. In sclerenchyma tissues also you have layers thickened at the corners. Okay, you have intercellular space. The thickened layers, the corners are thickened due to the presence of deposition of a carbohydrate known as lignin. It is a chemical substance. So let's go into the characteristics of sclerenchyma tissue. The cells of sclerenchymatous tissue are dead. ठीक है, वो dead tissues होते हैं, living नहीं होते हैं, dead होते हैं. Means they have completely lost their power of cell division. They do not grow. The cells are long and narrow in appearance. Cells are thickened due to the presence of lignin. You can see the lignified thick wall in the C2 figure. Due to the presence of this thick wall, there is no internal space between the cells. Now, the functions of sclerenchyma tissue is it gives mechanical support which makes the plant hard and stiff, मतलब एकदम कड़क बना देता है. For example, the husk of coconut. Coconut का जो बाहर का ब्राउन कलर का जो होता है ना शेल, it is made up of the sclerenchymatous tissue. अखरोट, बादाम, जो अखरोट सब होता है, अखरोट पिस्ता, उसका जो आउटर जो शेल होता है ब्राउन कलर का, it is also sclerenchyma tissue. So it gives a protective covering to the cell. It gives rigidity, flexibility and elasticity to the plant body.